Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. On the broadcast today, Victoria Seaman joins us, the Las Vegas City Councilwoman running for mayor, on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Win some Leprechaun loot during the $75,000 all-cash Go Green giveaways. More than 150 winners in all. Find your pot of gold with $15,000 in weekly cash giveaways guaranteed. And $25,000 in grand prize giveaways, including a $15,000 cash top prize. It's a good time to win at Tamarack Casino.
Big R in Sparks is located on Bering Boulevard next to Smith's and across from Reed High School. It's a 50,000 square foot hardware store and a whole lot more. It's huge, with clothing, power equipment, tools, and of course, hardware. Big R is located on Bering Boulevard in Sparks, next to Smith's and opposite Reed High School. Big R, hardware, and a whole lot more.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org.
Love and luck are in the air at Carson Valley Inn. $1,000 winners guaranteed every drawing night. Up to $7,500 every Saturday. And $15,000 in grand prize giveaways Friday, March 31st. It's the Love and Luck giveaways at the Carson Valley Inn.
Pro Group Management specializes in providing industries with the necessary components to satisfy and exceed workers' comp requirements. Every business has unique needs and specific regulations. Pro Group Management stays ahead of the curve, providing up-to-date services to keep your industry in top form. Discover how we simplify your tasks, improve efficiency, and reduce expense to keep you moving in a positive direction. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we're delighted to welcome back to the program Las Vegas City Councilwoman Victoria Seaman. She was elected in a special election in 2019, completed the term for Ward 2, which was extended through 2022. She won re-election in the primary of June 2022 with 55% of the vote, and her term will end in 2026 unless she wins the race for mayor, which she has declared for. Pleasure to have you back on the program.
Thank you so much for having me, Sam.
So what is your vision in this what is going to be a crowded race for mayor for Las Vegas?
Well, as you know, I'm working in the city now. I'm going on my 4th year, and I love public service. I'm very passionate about it. I'm a businesswoman. I spent 2 years in the state legislature and worked bipartisanly to get really good legislation passed with protecting seniors with the guardianship bill and with the squatter bill. And I want to continue that vision of the work that we've been doing in the city. And a lot of the constituents that I represent are the ones that came to me and said, we'd like you to step up, in leadership. And I have a keen ability to take on a lot of issues that a lot of politicians don't want to take on.
For example,
that really benefit the constituents.
So give us some examples.
Well, Badlands. Badlands is an issue that I ran on, that I would try to bring the developer together with the city and come up with a settlement. I felt that that was what we needed to do. And since I've been elected, I have fought with 2 city managers, 2 city attorneys, 2 different councils now to try to meet with the developer and get this resolved. There hasn't been appetite from the council. And in the interim, we now have 3 judgments against us.
And at this point in time, the potential is that the city of Las Vegas could face bankruptcy if there isn't a settlement.
That's correct. That's
okay,
correct.
So are there ongoing discussions at this point that you are comfortable with? Because as you say, this is in your district, so you have a very serious concern. for your district, but for the city in general. I mean, how close are you, if at all, to a settlement?
Well, Sam, this is not just an issue for my district. This will affect the entire city and the taxpayers. And so, we need 4 votes to settle this. And I have not been able to get the council to understand. And you have to understand something. When I got elected, 4 of those members, including the mayor, when the issue began, were still on that council until recently. So I am still very vociferous about, we cannot allow this to continue in the courts and take a chance that it can bankrupt the city. I've done everything I can to bring everybody together, but once again, you need 4 votes. And I've tried to encourage my council members to look at the possibilities, stop kicking the can down the road, because eventually things are going to come to fruition.
Okay, so what are the arguments against coming to a settlement from your 4 city council people?
They believe that we're in the right. And, we continue to get a judgment after judgment against us. And it's not right at this point about being right or wrong. It's about coming together and making sure that we do the best thing for the taxpayers.
What do you think? I mean, at this point, how much is the city of Las Vegas on the hook for with the judgments that have already been made?
About $100 million in interest occurring every day.
And what's the potential liability if the other suits go forward and are successful, which seems likely?
Well, I don't want to predict, what we're going to be on the hook for, but it's more than we have in reserve. So the important thing is that the city council needs to understand that it is far better to bring everybody to the table than to leave it to lawyers to continue on the legal course that has led us to 3 judgments against us. And when I got elected, this is the thing that I argued for. Let's not let it go through the courts. Let's sit down with the developer. And we did sit down a couple of times, but once again, you need 4 votes. And so we're sitting where we're sitting right now, but I've taken it on. I've been vociferous about it. I haven't stopped talking about it because it's important. I guess a lot of folks feel like if we're not talking about it, we'll just kick it down the road. But that's not what we should do as elected officials. We're elected to solve problems, not to kick them down the road.
What does the mayor say about all this?
Well, you would have to ask the mayor. I'm not going to speak for the mayor.
Okay. Shelley Berkeley is also running for the mayor, and without the Goodmans endorsing her, it appears that she feels that she has their endorsement. What's your situation as far as endorsements?
Well, I think the Goodmans they've left a good legacy, and they've done a lot of great things for Las Vegas. And I want to continue that legacy. But I also think we need new vision. We need to continue to make Las Vegas a world-class city, the crown jewel of the West. And I've been working on a lot of different things. Bringing a children's hospital, for example, is so important to Las Vegas. We're a growing city. We have great units, pediatric units in our hospitals. But being a city as large as we are, we need a children's hospital. One of the things that's most important to me is public safety. I work with my captains in my wards. I think it's important that we continue to work with our legislators. I work with all my counterparts in city council to make sure that we're doing what we can to continue. 40 million tourists come to Las Vegas every year, and we want to make sure that they continue to come.
Are you looking at continuing the legacy of the Goodmans in terms of, the development of Symphony Park, for example, and the casino industry in downtown Las Vegas is doing phenomenally well, led by Derek Stevens, who I personally think is the Steve Wynn of the 2000s. I mean, what he has done is extraordinary. So is that your vision, is to continue their vision?
Absolutely. And that's why we recently put a substation on Fremont Street that works with both Metro and our marshals to make sure we're doing our part. to help them thrive. And I think Derek Stevens is just an amazing visionary man. And I will continue to work with all of our downtown casinos, the Boyd family, and make sure that they thrive in business because they've given so much to Las Vegas.
Are you seeing at this point in time messages of support from the gaming industry in downtown Las Vegas?
Oh, absolutely. I've always had support from the gaming industry. Once again, I'm very active in working together with them to make sure that Las Vegas continues with our thriving tourist economy. And once again, they have given so much to Las Vegas. They brought their dreams here and brought their vision to fruition. And, Derek Stevens' new circuit is just an amazing, amazing property.
Yes, it certainly has done wonders, not just for Derek Stevens' properties, but for all the properties downtown. Let's take a break and we'll come back and we'll talk about some of the issues in Las Vegas as Victoria Seaman runs for mayor. We'll be right back after this timeout.
Win some Leprechaun loot during the $75,000 all-cash Go Green giveaways. More than 150 winners in all. Find your pot of gold with $15,000 in weekly cash giveaways guaranteed. And $25,000 in grand prize giveaways, including a $15,000 cash top prize. It's a good time to win at Tamarack Casino.
The Do It Right guys at Nevada Heating have one mission. Your furnace breaks down today? We fix it today. Why freeze for days while your furnace is down when Nevada Heating can get the job done today and you can get warm again? For nearly 50 years, locally owned Nevada Heating has been getting the job done right. Call today at 323-5585 and we'll fix it today. That's 323-5585 or online at nevadaheating.com.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you, but we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. You can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
Love and luck are in the air at Carson Valley Inn. $1,000 winners guaranteed every drawing night. Up to $7,500 every Saturday. And $15,000 in grand prize giveaways Friday, March 31st. It's the Love and Luck giveaways at the Carson Valley Inn.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Las Vegas City Councilwoman running for mayor, Victoria Seaman. One of the biggest problems that Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas, faces is the homeless situation. What are your thoughts on this, and how do you improve it? It's such an ugly situation, just blocks away from all the tourist activity on the other side of Cashman. I mean, for anybody that's driven down there, it's just awful to see. What are your thoughts on how you remedy this?
We've made great strides in helping with our homelessness issue. As you know, when I got elected, we did the camping ban. That was, I think, one of the best things that we did to work on this problem of homelessness. We not only help businesses from the homeless encroaching on their business and residents, but one of the things, most important things, is that we send the MORE teams out and Metro to find out what their issues are, take them to the Hope Corridor and see how we can help them. I mean, a lot of these folks are just hitting on hard times, and there's many things that we can do. Get them an ID. We can, help them with workforce connections. The bigger issue is the mental health. And the mental health issue is something that I take near and dear to my heart. I actually have brought the legislators together with government affairs at the city a couple of times now to talk about, before they went into session, of how important this is. We're boots on the ground every single day, and we know we're handling the issue of the homelessness, and we really need their help with more funds and more resources towards mental health.
We were just talking with former State Senator Randolph Townsend on the program about mental health issues. It's such a huge issue across the state, and it seems to me that we lack with medical professionals in so many areas. And how do we possibly hire enough mental health professionals to really take care of the situation? What do you see?
Well, I see that this is why it's so important for me as a city councilwoman to work with my counterparts in the legislature, because, you know, these are the people who can work on the licensing, the Medicaid reimbursements. And so it's important, as we are boots on the ground all year round, we work all year round. We're not a part-time city council. And so with my experience, I meet with them and let them know what we're experiencing so that they can help us with the resources we need to handle the problems all year round. And so really, this is something that I think all of my counterparts should do, and what I do, and that's really work with the people that can make a difference as far as bringing those professionals into this state that we need.
One of your fellow city councilmen, Cedric Creer, was the first to announce for mayor. How does that affect your relationship on the city council, where you have an active opponent on the council? Is it a good thing, bad thing? How is it playing out?
I love Councilman Creer as a person. We are very close. We have a great relationship. It has not affected our relationship. And I, you know, again, I have a lot of respect for him. We're different. Our visions are different. Our the way we, you know, work with policy is different. And then we have a lot of commonalities. I can't say a bad thing about Councilman Creer. I really, really like him.
All right, let's take another break. We'll come right back. More with Las Vegas City Councilwoman Victoria Seaman running for mayor after this timeout. Brian Culpa Photography was born in the rolling hills of Massachusetts, and now he can help you experience the stunning beauty of Nevada in a whole new way through the power of flight. Flying has always been a passion for Brian, and at Brian Culpa Photography, he can make your imagination soar. Brian has the creative mind and tools to tell your unique story. Experience the bird's eye view at brianculpaphotography.com.
Imagine a magical garden that feeds Carson City's hungry and homeless, teaches our high school students agriculture, creates hanging floral displays to beautify downtown, and yet charges nothing. It's not magic. It's the Greenhouse Project. It's real, it's growing, and it needs your help. Go online to carsоncitygreenhouse.org so together we can grow it forward.
Pro Group Management is the place where companies can find workers' comp solutions that are designed to meet their specific business requirements. As regulations evolve, Pro Group takes a proactive approach to clear the path to make sure your business stays ahead of the curve. Knowing your workers' comp program is optimized, you can focus on other important matters related to your growing business. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Las Vegas City Councilwoman Victoria Seaman. She's running for mayor. That mayoralty will open up after Carolyn Goodman steps down after 13 years as the mayor, 25 years of the Goodmans. I've got to ask you this because, you know, and in the last segment, you were very kind to your fellow city councilman, Cedric Creer, but you know these races get pretty ugly. What concerns do you have about your former relationship with former city councilwoman Michelle Fiore and the attacks that are going to come upon you because of that?
Well, I feel like that would be a huge mistake because I was assaulted, and I am part of the reason I'm running is because I believe that every elected official, every employee should feel safe in their place of employment, and we need transparency. And so I think that a lot of people have a lot of respect for me for coming out and talking about what happened. It's important that everybody feels safe.
The investigator came out and said basically that both of you were equally to blame in this particular situation. The Las Vegas Review-Journal, just last week, under Glenn Cook, the executive editor, launched a program of trying to get more transparency out of government and showing all the different incidences of where government is not responsive to the people or to the media. And that's going to be, I'm presuming, their big project over the next several years. One of the things they mentioned was that the videotape of you and Michelle Fiore, which was requested but was erased. What are your thoughts about that now?
Well, my thoughts on that are we need transparency. I'm very happy that Glenn Cook is doing what he's doing, and I'm continuing on to get policy changes. And, you know, again, the city did an investigation after they erased the tape. So, you know, this wasn't my first resort, but my last resort to make sure that we get policy changes and transparency. Once again, no one should fear going to work as an elected official or an employee. And so, again, these are some of the reasons that I've decided to step up to the plate and run. You can't just erase tapes and you know, not allow the press to have access to FOIAing whatever they need to. So thank you for asking that question. It's really important to me.
All right, let's change topics here. I spent part of the weekend watching the F1 series on Netflix that just came out, and watching Ferrari come in first and second in that first race in the first episode. What is Formula One going to do for the city of Las Vegas? Now they have a 10-year contract. And of course, it's on the Strip. It's not in downtown Las Vegas, but it's affecting everybody.
Well, it'll affect the city too with the revenue that's going to come in. It's a game changer. And again, it's helping us to be that crown jewel of the West with sports. We've become a world-class city, not just in sports, but we're working on medical, and it is a game changer for this city. And I'm very excited about it and supporting it 100%. And as you said, it's not in city limits, but it's going to affect the revenue for the city, for the state, and for the county. And I am overjoyed with it and happy to support it.
Yeah, just looking at the sponsors on the side of the track lets you know just how much money is involved. And even properties, and I'm not going to name any properties, but even properties that might charge $100 a night are charging $600 or more a night for that time period. And that's just this year, and they're saying that they were underselling at this point. There's also conversation in the last week coming from the Las Vegas Review-Journal again about the Oakland A's are still having trouble with dealing with the city of Oakland. The Rio is now revealed as a place where they've been looking. But those fairgrounds that are on Sahara Avenue next to Circus, that would be an incredible boon to the city of Las Vegas if that were to happen, because it's right there on the border.
Right. And I'm excited about that. I was hoping early on we could get them out to Summerlin. We have a lot of land there with the new Grand Park coming, but you know, so far that hasn't happened. But as long as we get them here, I'm excited about it.
What happens, and because this is a question raised right here in our office, what happens to the AAA team if the A's come to Las Vegas? Do they have to move?
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure what will happen to them, but I don't think so. I think those are minor leagues.
Right, but they're not allowed to be in the same city, correct? I'm just checking with my staff here. Correct. So yeah, you can't have both in the same city.
Well, great question, and I'll get back to you on that.
And that is you know, if more politicians understood that's how you answer that question. When you don't know, get right back to us, and we appreciate that. So, you know, obviously the growth that's going on in Southern Nevada is a concern when people look at, you know, the level of Lake Mead and Lake Powell. And yet we're seeing growth from Apex all the way down to Jean, and Ivanpah Airport now is front and center. What are your thoughts about that?
I think it's time for our legislators to come in, and we need to push for working on that Colorado water treaty. We are using 2% than our allotted amount. We've done a great job. I don't know what more the city of Southern Nevada can do. This is a problem that really needs to be, everybody needs to come together from our partners around the water treaty, and our legislators really need to push to make sure that we can have water in the future. I mean, this is a real problem, but again, Southern Nevada is doing a great job using 2% less than their allotted amount.
Are you in favor of Ivanpah Airport, the secondary airport?
Well, I would like to look more at that before I answer that.
Okay, but I mean, when you've got Rosemary Vasiliadis saying that the airport will be out of space, Harry Reid Airport, by 2030, and Ivanpah can't even be online in 2037, do you have concerns about the potential for growth?
I do have concerns, and I think that we need to look at that because we are a growing city. We're going to continue to grow, and so we need to look at the solution of our airport because we did the second terminal, and it's probably time to look at something more.
All right, and that's where we got to leave it. We will look forward to having you back on the program as you run this campaign. And of course, as always, you are welcome to debate on this very program. We would love that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Thank you. And that's Victoria Seaman running for mayor of Las Vegas, and we'll be right back.
Modern boutique Ahern Hotel and Event Center sits at the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. 2 floors of meeting and event space are ideal for groups and conventions. Stay in one of 200 luxurious rooms and suites. Brand your event throughout the property. Flexible event spaces make for easy planning and personalization. Take over the entire hotel with a full buyout option.
Snorkel personnel lifts are engineered beyond the industry norm to an uncommon level of safety and durability, and with an eye towards sustainability. They're also designed to be simple to operate and maintain. Snorkel, always at the cutting edge of progress.
Each day, the Children's Advocacy Alliance partners with leaders, legislators, and families across Nevada to improve children's health, education, economic well-being, and safety. We recognize Nevada will be no better than the state of its children. Be a part of this change. Be a supporter of the Children's Advocacy Alliance. For more information, go to caanv.org.
Southwest Specialties has been making the homes and businesses of Nevada beautiful for more than 20 years. Their experienced designers and craftsmen create the walkways, backyards, water features, and a variety of outdoor cooking areas that add curb appeal and value to your investment. Call today or visit them at their website and see how they can make your outdoor spaces special. Southwest Specialties, creative, distinctive, beautiful.
It's a good time to win at Tamarack Casino.
As always, you can watch Nevada Newsmakers 24 hours a day at NevadaNewsmakers.com. We'll see you on the next show.